everybody, and welcome to Totally Trendy. That made my knees hurt. My name is Sam, and today we're gonna be following a Bon Apetit tutorial. I keep saying bone apple teeth on accident. Gotta love Twitter memes. Now, if you don't know what Bon Apetit is a cooking company, a hub. They have a website, I believe they have a magazine, and probably what you know best is their YouTube channel. They have a lot of different segments that often hit the trending page, but one I would say for the last year that popped off was from their in-house gourmet chef, Claire. Now, Claire started a series called Gourmet Makes, and her videos that you've probably seen all over the trending page are essentially where she takes a normal, everyday kind of snack, treat, candy, whatever, and makes it gourmet. So she's done Doritos, Pop-Tarts, Starbursts, Skittles, Twix, she's really done a lot. Now, Claire is, of course, a gourmet professional chef who tasks herself with these fun challenges. I am not a gourmet chef. I'm gonna task myself with following one of her tutorials. So I'm hoping she can walk me through this process and that these tutorials are as informative as they are entertaining. So let's get started. In a previous video, we decided via a magic conch, it's a long story, go watch that video, that we were gonna make pocky. I love it. It was one of my favorite treats growing up, my favorite thing to grab from a gas station. If you guys don't know what pocky is, here you go. It is essentially like a biscuit dipped in chocolate. This is pocky. It's really, really good. Well, they're supposed to be longer than this, but this is essentially it. So good. Chocolate is so good. The biscuit is nice and sweet. Following Claire's tutorial, I already have a lot of segmented ingredients. These are not alcoholic beverages. These are sugar, milk, vanilla, salt, baking soda, and more sugar. And then we have rice flour and all-purpose flour here. And this is going to be the biscuit. This is everything you need for the biscuits, and also this is everything you need for this video. Patience, and of course, Claire. You need Claire, or else, I don't know what I would do without Claire thus far. Before we combine all of these ingredients and really get this cooking show started, I almost forgot a little chef's hat. It's official. I'm a chef.
Here's how you make gourmet pocky. Combine 2 tablespoons of rice flour.
Okay. Okay, cool. I think I have all those ingredients. I need to melt butter. Let's do this. Okay, so we're combining all the dry ingredients right now. So we have our just solid lump of brown sugar apparently, our normal granulated sugar, salt, and I just need to say, can we listen to this measurement for the baking powder? Because if I get it wrong, I am not blaming myself.
1/4 plus 1/8 teaspoon baking powder.
1/4 plus 1/8 teaspoon baking powder. What? Already feels like that was too much. We'll find out.
Whisk to combine.
Whisk to combine. Where's my whisk? Okay, so we have that combined. Now we just need to add, what was it?
Add 1 tablespoon melted, cooled, unsalted butter.
1 tablespoon of melted, cooled, unsalted butter. Okay. Okay, I have the butter. It's still cooling. I know this isn't probably the professional way, but I'm gonna do it. If I messed up, that's why.
1 teaspoon vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons whole milk.
So now we're gonna add our little shot of vanilla and our little shot of milk. But now I think we just whisk to combine.
Need to combine, then divide in half.
Need to combine. That's probably gonna work better than me whisking it, Sam.
Use a pasta roller to continually sheet dough into slabs.
Now this next step is where Claire and I are gonna kind of part ways for 2 seconds because she wants us to roll out this dough using a
pasta roller.
I don't have one of those, so we're just gonna roll this out by hand. Definitely not as fun as a pasta roller, but it gets the job done.
Cut with a ruler and pizza cutter into long, thin strips that are as thick as they are wide.
So guess what else I don't have? A pizza cutter. So I am just going to cut some strips. I am gonna make it a little bit longer than the Pocky because it's gonna shrink a little bit in the oven. And then
Mix in each strip with a bit of water to create friction with the surface and roll into smooth, thin ropes at least 1 centimeter longer than a Pocky.
so now we get our fingers wet and roll these into little Pocky stick buddies. So like I feel like this one's not horrible. It's just like not even with its thickness. I'm also just really interested to see how these work in the toaster oven. All right, now I have made all the Pocky sticks that I'm going to attempt to make. And this is another area where Claire and I part a little bit. For the baking method, she discovered to kind of help them keep their shape, you need to
Bake ropes separated by skewers.
I don't have any of those, neither did Target. But I did a lot of research and you can use like bamboo and wooden skewers in things like toaster ovens. A lot of people say just like watch them, make sure they don't catch on fire. So that's what we're doing. So I have 2 already here. I just kind of put the skewers around it and we're gonna see how this works.
In a 300-degree Fahrenheit oven until golden brown all over.
And cue time lapse. So I have some of the little failures from the first round, and honestly, it's not bad at all. They just kind of like don't look right. And like they have a nice little like to them. They have a nice little snap. To me, they like look similar biscuit texture wise, but these ones just weren't the smoothest ones. So I just did another batch that's in there now. It doesn't taste bad. I am gonna go ahead and melt chocolate. I don't really need to watch Claire's part on that just because it is a part that I kind of already know. So I'm gonna melt some chocolate using a double boiler. And then I'm just gonna simply dip the biscuits in chocolate so they look like this. Good stuff. I feel like I've watched all of Claire's tutorial that I really need now. The rest is just kind of like, dip it in the stuff you melted that you want to cover it with. They smell really good, not gonna lie. So for this, I am gonna follow her tip where she put it in kind of like a cylindrical moment to make it easier to just dip it into. I wish I had like a more tall, narrow glass, but this is kind of the best that we're gonna get right now. And we are just gonna dip. I am gonna twist the glass like this so I can get closer. Do I think these are going to pass a taste test? Maybe a blind one. So that's what we're gonna do. Right on time. I feel like this chocolate's a little bit thick. Now, one tip that Claire gives that's actually really, really helpful, I'm finding, is to
Use a round pastry tip to squeegee off coating.
She like squeegees it with a piping tip. Mine doesn't fit, so we're just gonna kind of let it drip off. Blind taste test time. Let's do it. It's time for a taste test. Hello. Here we have my version of Pocky via Bon Apetit's tutorial. And this is the store-bought version. Now, I don't want you to touch them, so I'm just gonna feed you. Bite. Just give me your thoughts. Don't make a decision yet, but what's leading you in one direction more than another?
I haven't had Pocky in a long time, but that one tasted like creamier. Like the chocolate just tasted higher quality and like yummier. But I don't know, I gotta have the other one.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Next one. Bite.
That one was the real Pocky, huh?
It was.
Knew it!
But which one did you like better? Because you complimented this one like out the wazoo.
Because it tastes better. That tastes like wax with a little bit of chocolate. This actually like is creamy and good, and the pastry is buttery and enjoyable. Sorry, I'm trying to get that hair out of my face.
I was not expecting that at all.
100%. Taste that one. That compared to this, a million times better.
Y'all, you're right, the chocolate is better.
Hi, Woods!
Hi, Woods! Yeah,
Can I
you
try?
can. Hey guys, look, it's Woods!
Okay, I'd like to try it.
It is gonna be a blindfolded taste test due to the fact that they look obviously different from each other. Open your mouth. Bite. Refrain from commenting. Okay, so open again. And bite.
Look, the first one was Pocky,
Yeah, for sure.
but the second one was way better.
I love this video!
Yeah, honestly, can I?
Yeah,
say
yeah.
now? I don't know, it's because it has more chocolate on it or whatnot, but
You know, the biscuit even is like more buttery and like crumbly and
it's a
like
good biscuit.
it's a good biscuit.
Guys, Wow, this is going so much better than I thought. Okay, well this actually turned out pretty darn good. They definitely have all the characteristics of Pocky, so again, shout out to Bon Appetit for making these awesome videos and making them so easy to follow, actually. I was really intimidated by the fast pace of them at the end, but of course that's why we have pause. I'm super happy with how the taste turns out. It's definitely because I used wheat flour instead of rice flour, but in the end they worked. So I consider this video a success. And also, guys, I highly recommend you guys try and follow along Bon Appetit tutorials as well, because they're really informative and also very fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one.